Good morning. Nice, it's a little bit cooler this morning, although it's still probably the houses still feel quite warm. So we've still got a minute before we start. If you have a bolster, it would be great if you could grab that for your practice this morning. Otherwise, you can use a cushion or pillow, or no props at all, that's fine. And we might start in a seated position this morning, but of course, if you're really low in energy, you can lie down. So just choose how you would like to commence your practice. And then you might like to just quieten the eyes, close the eyes, or have a soft downward glance if you're sitting. Just relaxing the shoulders, softening the skin of the face, and perhaps sighing or blowing the breath away 2 or 3 times. So settling into this present moment. And noticing what's going on inside of you right now. No judgment. Just noticing what's going on in your body, your mind, your heart. I thought this morning we might revisit the first 4 yoga sutras of Patanjali, which describe really the original aim or intention of yoga. Because I feel that it's really important that we stay connected to why we practice yoga. In a nutshell, Patanjali suggests that the aim of yoga is to quieten the mind so that our true self can shine forth. Many of us live in an incessant and obsessive stream of thoughts, and we very easily become identified with our mental creations. We believe that the self portrayed in our mental stories is actually who we are. And we react to the people and events in our mind as if they were real. This leaves us disconnected from our bodies and our senses and cut off from our intuition and our inner wisdom. I listened to a great talk by Tara Brach the other day in which she said that we need to interrupt and challenge our ruminating thoughts. She said we need to remember that whilst our thoughts might be real, they are not the truth. And she reiterated an important Buddhist saying, which I love: don't believe your thoughts, don't believe your thoughts, and don't believe your thoughts. So let's look at the first 4 sutras now, and I'm going to pop them up on the screen, and if you'd like to, you can chant them with me. Okay, so the first sutra, Atta Yoga Nusasanam. This first sutra acknowledges that we are ready to practice yoga, with the emphasis being on subjective experience. We start where we are ready, and we are paying attention. So I thought we might chant each of the sutras 5 times, so you can just listen or you can join in with me. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in. Atta Yoga Nusasanam. 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 Let's take a breath or two, let that sink in. Congratulating yourselves for turning up this morning and making the commitment to practice yoga with focused attention. The second sutra is often described as providing the main aim or objective of yoga. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. The aim of yoga is to still the fluctuations or movement of the mind so that we are not lost in thought or overwhelmed by our thoughts. So again, exhaling all breath. Breathing in. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. 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 Let's take a breath or two. Patanjali said when this is achieved, so when Sutra 1.2 is achieved, Sutra 1.3 becomes possible. Tada drastu svarupe avastanam. Then the seer, the true self, is seen and experienced. So exhaling all breath and breathing in. Tada drastu svarupe avastanam. 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 Take a breath or two. However, for most of us, our usual experience is described in Sutra 1.4. Vritti sarupyam itaratra. At other times, the seer, the true self, identifies with the activities of the mind. In other words, we identify with our thoughts, with the stories we tell ourselves and others. Exhaling all breath. Breathing in. Vritti sarupyam itaratra. 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 Take Taking a breath or two. Good. So during our practice this morning, you might like to reflect on the essence of these 4 sutras as we work to quieten the mind. So we're going to come now to lie down, fully outstretched on the mat, and I'll come back to meet you. So one of the best ways we can detach from our thoughts is to focus on our breath. It's very difficult to think when we are focusing on our breath. So we're just going to work with a little breathing practice before we start to move. So just have the arms a comfortable distance away from the body, bringing your full attention to your left hand, and we'll bring the tip of the thumb to the base of the index finger. Now we're going to also work with a mantra this morning, the mantra Sa Hum. So on your next inhalation, sliding the thumb up to the top of the index finger as you hear the sound Sa. And as you exhale, slide the thumb back down, hearing the sound Hum. Thumb moves to the base of the middle finger, breathing in, Sa. And breathing out, Hum. To the base of the ring finger, inhaling, Sa. And exhaling, Hum. To the base of the little finger, breathing in, Sa. And breathing out, Hum. Now leave the left hand, move your attention over to the right hand, thumb to the base of the index finger, breathing in, hearing the sound Sa. And as we exhale, hearing the sound Hum. To the base of the middle finger, inhaling Sa. And exhaling Hum. To the base of the ring finger, Sa. Hum. To the base of the little finger, breathing in and breathing out. Now thumbs to the base of both index fingers, so we do both hands together. Breathing in, hearing the sound Sa. And breathing out, hearing the sound Hum. To the base of the middle fingers, inhaling and exhaling. To the base of the ring fingers, to the base of the little fingers, and just relax, take a breath or two. So this mantra can be defined or understood as meaning that I am, beyond the limitations of mind and body, at one with the absolute. Another interpretation is I am divine consciousness. All right, so just bring your arms in alongside the body now, and on the next inhalation, sweeping the left arm up and overhead, pointing the left toes, keeping the right side relaxed. And as you exhale, lowering that left arm back down. 2 more of these on the left side, inhaling, stretching long and tall, and lowering the arm. And again. Now let's inhale that left arm up once more. We're going to incorporate a neck stretch now. Keep the left arm overhead and turn your head to the right. Try to relax, particularly that right shoulder here. On the next inhale, return your head to center, tuck the chin forward, and the exhalation lowers that left arm back down. So we'll do 2 more of these. So breathing in, extend the left arm overhead, point your left toes. Turning the head to the right as you exhale, just let everything relax. Returning the head to center and lowering the left arm. Last one. Turning the head to the right. Turn the head to center. And lower the left arm. Just take a resting breath there. Then we'll do the same on the other side. Inhale, right arm lifting overhead. Point your right toes. And lower the right arm. 2 more. So now adding our next stretch. Inhaling, extend the right arm overhead, point your right toes, and as you exhale, turning the head to the left. Try to relax the body here. Breathe your head back to center and lower the right arm. 2 more. Inhaling. Turning your head to the left. Breathe your head back to center and lower the arm. Last one. And the arm comes down by your side. Again, take a resting breath. And then draw both knees in towards the chest. Give yourselves a lovely hug. And let's rock from side to side. Good, and then let's rock over to one side and around onto the buttocks. So you might like to sit up onto a cushion, onto your bolster. We're going to work with wheeling the body. So you can sit cross-legged or in a diamond shape if this is better for you this morning. Hands just resting lightly on our knees, and then we're going to start to circle around. Eyes can be open or closed. Just make sure that the mouth is relaxed, you're not clenching the teeth, perhaps turning the sides of the mouth up slightly. Good. Now, if your legs are crossed, just quietly change the cross of the legs and then circling in the opposite direction. Good. And then we'll gently fold forward. No force, no strain here, just softening and letting go. And coming up to sit, resting the hands over the heart center, lengthening up through the crown top. We're going to work with a little twist here. So on the next inhale, taking your arms out to the side, and then we're twisting to the left as we exhale. Breathe yourself back to center. And hands come back to the heart. Inhale. Twisting to the right. Breathe yourself back to center. Hands to the heart. Again. This time we're going to hold the twist for a breath. To center. Hands to the heart. Exhale to the right, staying for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more to each side. This time we're holding for 2 breaths. Exhale, holding for 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take a breath. All right, let's come onto all fours. So making sure your wrists are directly under your shoulders, your knees are directly under your hips. And just check that you don't not hyperextending the elbows. If that's the case, we have just a little bit of a bend in the arms. Okay, so the inner crease of the elbows are facing each other, but they're not pushing in towards each other. All right, so coming back to the mantra Sahum now. Exhale all breath. And then breathing in as we hear the sound Sa. And exhaling, hearing the sound Hum. Inhaling, hearing the sound Sa. And exhaling, hearing the sound Hum. Sa. Hum. Keep going. So that I am beyond the limitations of mind and body, at one with the absolute. I am divine consciousness. You're welcome to continue working with cat. Otherwise, after the next inhale, tuck your toes. We're going to lift up into elephant pose. So your hands and feet are mat width apart. Letting the head relax down. That's the trunk of the elephant. So let it flop around. Make sure you're not holding tension there. You might like to blow the breath out through the mouth. I'd like to bend one leg and then the other if the legs are feeling quite tight this morning. Fingers spread wide. Looking for equal weight between hands and feet in this position. So stay for 2 or 3 more breaths, but of course, if you've had enough, you can always come back down onto the knees and come into child pose and take a rest. Good, and then let's all come down onto our knees and rest in any version of child pose that works for you at this point. All right, let's extend the arms forward into extended child. And on the next inhale, coming up into cat, tuck your toes down, face dog pose. Inhaling, come down onto your knees and into extended child. Good. So let's work with a few rounds of this. Breathing into cat, tuck your toes. Exhale, down face dog pose. Inhale onto the knees. And exhale. Now, if the mind is quite busy this morning, you might like to come back to the mantra. Inhale, Sa. Exhale, Hum. Inhale, Sa. Exhale, Hum. So this is one way of interrupting those ruminating thoughts. Inhale, Sa. Exhale, Hum. Inhale, Sa. Exhale, Hum. Let's work with a couple more rounds. This reminds me of that idea of the mind being a wonderful servant and a terrible master. And for most of us, unfortunately, we allow that mind to be the master of us, not the servant. So working with these practices can help to reverse that. We're going to do one more. We're going to hold dog and work with a variation there if you'd like to. If you get low in energy after the heat of the long weekend, you can just perhaps work with a bit more cat. Otherwise, walk your feet together and raise the right leg up. So we're coming into the three-legged dog. Right foot is flexed, the hips are square, fingers spread wide. On the next exhale, bring your right in towards your forehead and inhale, stretch the leg back. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to forehead. And take it back. Lower the right leg down, take the left leg up. So exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale back. Knee to forehead. Back. Last one. And take it up into the air. Lower the foot down. Inhale down onto your knees. And into child. Good. So again, any version of child, including coming onto the crown of the head and interlacing your fingers. Lifting the arms up and over the back. Return the hands to the back if you're there. And come into child. Don't sit up straight away. Just let the blood equalize. And then let's slowly come up. And just do a little some work for our wrists. So you can be kneeling or you can be up high if you like. Bringing the elbows into the side waist, and we'll circle those hands around nice and slowly. Good, and then make fists with the hands, thumbs tucked inside, circling slowly. Shake it out. Good. Okay, let's come back onto all fours with the knees together this time. We're going to work with a variation of tiger. So we'll exhale all breath. And then as we breathe in, we're going to raise the left arm and the right leg. Now you can bring the knee and the palm down to the mat. If you want something a little bit stronger this morning, as you exhale, bring your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, extend out once again. Exhale, perhaps the elbow comes towards the knee. Otherwise, hand and knee just come down to the mat. And once more, inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, perhaps elbow coming towards knee. Good. And then we lower down and we'll do the other side. Inhaling, right arm, left leg. Stretch it out. Exhale, perhaps elbow to knee. Just bringing the palm and the knee down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, knee to floor or elbow and knee towards each other. And one more. And lower down. Good. Releasing back into a kneeling position, either down low or, if this is better for you, up here, preparing to work with a few rounds of our kneeling salutes. Relax your shoulders, soften the skin of the face, tuck the chin in a little bit. We're going to add a couple of extra poses to the sequence this morning. So coming along with me, let's breathe in again. Remember, you can come back to the mantra if the mind is really active this morning. As you exhale, hearing the sound hum. Inhale, coming into cat. Tuck your toes. Exhale, hum. Inhale, hasa. Exhale, hum. Now from here, coming to lie down on your tummies, palms together above your head. Take a breath here. Now we're going to work with a variation of Sphinx, where your arms are out wider than your mat. So on the floorboards or on the carpet, feet are hip width. And as we inhale, we lift the head, the chest, and the arms. And you can hold for a breath or two here, pressing the tops of the feet down, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. When you've had enough, bring your hands in onto the mat just alongside your chest, lower down, and then breathe in, lifting into Cobra, Bhujangasana, push back into Extended Child. Inhale, come up, palms together, and exhale. So two more of these, nice and slowly this morning. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, sa. Exhale. Sa. Coming to lie down, palms together above your head. Take a breath. Arms out wide, level with the chest and the shoulders. Inhale, variation of Sphinx. Lifting the elbows, press the tops of the feet down. You can stay for a breath or two or three here. When you've had enough, lower down, hands in alongside your chest, elbows tucked in. Breathe in, lifting into Cobra, bend the legs and push back. Inhale, sa. Exhale. Last one. Sitting on the floor, palms together above the head. Take a breath. Arms out wide and lift. Standing for a breath or 2 or 3. Hands alongside the chest, lowering down. Inhale, lift, push back. Exhale. Take a breath or 2. Please. We're going to come up to stand, taking your time and coming into Tadasana. So feet hip width, spread your toes, roll the shoulders back, lengthening up through the crown top. Just take a moment to find your mountain here, Tadasana. Breathing in, sa. Breathing out, hum. Going to start our standing poses with ragdoll. So very, very slow, mindful forward fold. So let's breathe in. And as we breathe out, slowly starting to drop the head. Drop your shoulders. Allowing gravity to draw you down, let the arms flop forward. Legs can be bent or straight as you come down. You have to come to the maximum point. Just come to a place that you can hold for a few breaths. You might like to sway a little bit from side to side. Might like to blow the breath out through the mouth. Slowly reversing. Any lower back issues, keep those legs bent. As you slowly come up. When you're upright, draw the shoulders back. Drop the shoulders. Chest is lifting. Face soft. We're going to do that once again. Breathing in. And breathing out, seeing if you can come down even slower this time. have the eyes closed for 2 or 3 breaths. Inhale, sigh. Exhaling. Let's blink the eyes open. A little bit of work for our shoulders now, our lungs and our heart. So palms facing forward. As we breathe in, we bring the arms up. And then we're blowing the breath out through the mouth. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. So a few more in your own time. And nice and slowly this morning. Continuing to feel a little bit fatigued after the heat of the last few days. If your house is like mine, it's still a little bit warm inside. So just going nice and slowly. Make this your last one. When your arms come down by your side, just take a breath, take a rest. Let's do some shoulder shrugs now. So as you inhale, lift the shoulders up, squeeze them tight. You might just take the head from side to side and drop. Again. And drop. Once more. And drop. And then we'll make some circles with our shoulders. Nice slow circles. Forward, up, and back. Forward, up, and back. Okay. Back into Tadasana. I'm going to work with an arm movement now. So we'll exhale all breath, incorporating the mantra once again. So as we breathe in, the arms come out to shoulder height, hearing the sound sa. And as we exhale, the sound hum. Inhale, raising the arms above the head. And lowering the arms down. Inhale, sa. Exhale, hum. Inhale, sa. Exhale. Go at your own pace with this. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. If you'd like to challenge yourself, we can come onto our tiptoes. So it becomes a balance. Also good for strengthening our ankles. Exhale, arms in front and staying on the balls of the feet. Inhale. And lower the heels as the arms float down. 2. Let's do one more. So either onto the balls of the feet or keeping the feet flat. Take a resting breath. All right, let's take the legs wide, outer edges of the feet parallel. So working with a lateral stretch. Let's breathe in as we raise the arms to shoulder height, turn to the left, and we're tipping over to the left side. Right arm up and perhaps over the head if you want a slightly stronger stretch. Breathe yourself back to center, turning around to the right and tipping over to the right side. Good, 2 more to each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. And bring your hands to rest over the heart. And take a breath. Release. All right, one more standing pose. We're going to do warrior 2 and dancing warrior. So we'll turn the left toes around, right toes in a little bit. Breathe in, raise the arms to shoulder height, turn to the left. Exhale as we bend that left leg. So remembering you can always drop a hand or both hands onto your hips if that's better for your shoulders. Otherwise the arms are in a straight line. Gazing along that left middle finger. Gaze relaxed. Pushing back into the outer edge of the right foot. Softening your shoulders. Breathing. Inhale, turn that left palm up. Exhale into dancing warrior. Good. Inhale, back into warrior 2. And exhale. Turn the legs around. Breathing in, raise the arms, turn to the right, and bending the right leg. So again, the arms can be extended or perhaps on your hips. Relax the shoulders. Gazing along that right middle finger. Pushing back into the outer edge of the left foot. And then inhale, turn the right palm up. Exhale. And mill the arms backwards. Breathe. Inhale, back into warrior 2. And exhale. Release the legs, give them a shake. We're going to grab our bolsters or our pillows or cushions now and come into supported child. So if you don't have any props, that's fine. You can just do your favourite version of child. Otherwise, we're placing this support in between our upper thighs and leaning forward. So your arms are forward, head to one side. You might like to close the eyes. Just let yourself sink down into the softness of the support. Very nurturing position. Notice where your attention is being pulled. Is the mind racing, or is it a little quieter now? Noticing any bodily sensations, tightness or twitching or tingling. Just noticing what you notice. And then gently turning your head the other way. And then very, very slowly coming up. And we're going to take our props and place it behind us and come into supported fish. So depending on how your back's feeling, you might just roll up a blanket if you don't want to be too high. Any neck issues, remember to give yourself some support at the back of the head. If you don't have props, you can do fish without any props. Otherwise, placing behind, legs are extended. Those of you who'd like to, you might come into Baddha Konasana. So it's like Supta Baddha Konasana with fish, and then lying back over. So just be careful of your neck. Arms might be overhead or alongside the body. You might like to close the eyes. We're going to stay here for about 4 or 5 minutes, but feel free to come out early if that's the best thing for you this morning. Just listening to the wisdom of your body this morning. While we're here, let's come back to our mantra. My favourite sort of definitions of mantra is something to lean the mind upon. Something to lean the mind upon. So that idea of retraining the mind to be the servant of us, not the master. So as you breathe in, hearing the sound sa. And as you breathe out, hearing the sound hum. And notice where your attention is being pulled. Keep bringing it back to the present moment again and again. So easy to drift into the past or forward into the future. Sound sa. Hearing sound. Just another minute here. And then if your arms are overhead, gently bring them down alongside you. Just quietly and carefully roll over to one side, push your knees support out of the way, and come back to lie down on your mat with the knees in towards the chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Some of you might like to work with happy baby. And then come back to center. We'll stretch the legs up towards the sky as we lift the arms up and overhead. And exhale, draw the knees in. Perhaps lifting the head if that's okay for your neck. Inhaling, legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, draw in. Last one. Good. Now you can keep the knees into the chest, arms out to shoulder height. If you want a gentler twist, feet down on the mat. Check that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. Deep breath in. And then we'll lower the knees over to the right side. If your feet are on the mat, you might like to place the right foot on the outer edge of the left knee. And if the neck's feeling okay at this point, you might turn to look towards your left fingers, softening your shoulders, and breathe. Good. Lower the foot if it's on the knee. Come back to center. Realign your spine if need be. And taking the knees over to the left side. Perhaps left foot on the outer edge of the right knee. Perhaps turning your head to the right. Softening the skin of the face, the mouth. Relax your shoulders. And breathe. Relax the left foot down, come back to center. Give yourselves a hug. And then we're going to set ourselves up for Shavasana relaxation. So you might like to pop some support under the backs of the knees, or if you don't need any support, just stretch the legs out. Any glasses you can pop to the side. And giving in, letting go. Sighing or blowing the breath away. Letting the body sink down. Feeling your connectedness to the earth. Allowing the earth to support you, ground you in this place, in this moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Giving yourself permission now to rest, to drop down, turn inward. Nothing more to do, nothing more to figure out, understand, or achieve. letting go, letting go, letting. Feel yourself traveling down deeper than your skin, deeper than your thoughts, deeper than your personality, to connect with the truth of your being, the essence of who you are. Tada drastu svarupe avastanam. Tada drastu svarupe avastanam. Tada drastu svarupe avastanam. When the mind quietens, when thoughts dissipate, then the seer, the true self, is seen and experienced. You might like to imagine now that you are lying outside in a beautiful natural setting, gazing up at a bright blue sky. Bright blue, dotted with big, puffy, white clouds. Imagine that each cloud represents one of your thoughts. Your aim here is to focus on the blue. Focus on the blue sky. Allowing the clouds to arise and pass away, but not fixating on them. Just staring at the blue, open space of your own mind, your own being. And then very, very gently Start to bring your awareness back into your room, into your physical body, deepening the breath and bringing some movement into your fingers and toes. You might like to have a bit of a stretch to what feels good. And then quietly roll over to one side and come up into a comfortable seated position. Sitting quietly for a minute, perhaps with the eyes closed. Nice tall spine, soft shoulders, soft face and mouth. Hearing the sound sa as you breathe in. The sound hum as you breathe out. And gently blinking the eyes open. Arms out to the side. Let's chant one Om to close our practice. Inhaling, raising the arms up, bring the palms together. Om. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Love to you all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the cooler weather. And see you again soon. Bye.